I'm okay. I'm okay. Went to watch Nova King today.
Nova King?
Hmm.
Is that a movie?
But yeah, the new Amber Mid Thunder one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Have you not seen the trailer for that?
No, I have. I remember what you're talking about now.
It was okay.
Just okay?
It was okay. Yeah, I'm glad I watched it. Um, I'm glad I went to see it, but I think the once is enough. It was silly, entertaining, violence kind of thing, which is perfectly fine.
Da-da. Hunter and Casper, hello, good morning.
Welcome. Let me go horrors out everywhere.
Caustic Viper, hello.
Forums.
Apologies in advance if I sound a little tired. Had a very early flight home today. Casper asks, did you guys back the RPG Kickstarter? Yes, we both did. We both got in on the Xenomorph tier against my better judgment, but they said acknowledge...
Why better judgment?
Because I already have a lot of that stuff. I have the dice, I have those expansions, and I
You
assume...
can never have too many dice in an RPG. You should know this by now.
I guess that's true. I just wanted the acknowledgement, so they better put my name in the damn book for how much money I spent.
It wasn't that much, was it? Like $200?
It was more than that. Maybe those UK prices are better.
Maybe I didn't think it was that much, otherwise I'd have been like, ooh. Ooh.
No Style Dutch, hello. Rob Harvey, hey.
Did you back it early enough to get the patch? Because I backed it on like day one.
No, I don't think I'll get the patch. Hello, Xenosaurian, Xenomorph Warrior, Christofferson. I think it was more than 200. Let's see. I know it's doing really well. Like it's okay, it's 1,800,000. That's pretty good.
Oh, it smashed its goal on like day one.
Yeah, because its goal was like 50k. They should have known it was going to do better than that.
I don't know. Nothing wrong with conservative expectations, mate.
It was very conservative. $280 was the Xenomorph bundle.
No, okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's not that much.
I was just gonna get the collector's edition rulebook with that cool cover art, but I was like, fuck it. I want that acknowledgement.
I don't know why I went that level. I must have just wanted all the goodies and all the special bits and pieces.
Well, they have
then
the...
again, you know how much I fucking love that game.
Yeah, I need to start playing it again more. I'm curious about the Hope's Last Day update. I like the new artwork for that and that new scenario, Rapture Protocol. Rapture Protocol is new, right? With this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Brand spanking new.
We are about to get started, folks. How are we sounding? We sounding okay? We both sound good? I was a little quiet compared to Aaron last time.
I swear StreamYard just constantly changes settings and bullshit on it anyway.
Okay.
I think every time I open it up, I have to
I know, we always have to tweak it. We're not audio engineers, guys. We try. That's why we have to monkey with it a little bit first.
I think you can start. I've shared it places. I'll just share it. On
Guess what we're playing again, guys?
Somebody has a point to prove.
That's right. That I'm not quite as worthless as I was last time. So we are playing Predator Concrete Jungle. So when I played this last Sunday, I was very rusty, but we had a podcast scheduled the very next day. So I beasted through that game that day Aaron was ready to reschedule the podcast. He didn't have faith in me, but I did it. And
I was very, very proud of you.
I got a little bit better at it. I think I got a little bit better. I mean, it's been a week since I've played it now. But I assume...
The excuse is already there. It's already...
Well, hey, look. I've unlocked all these weapons. I'm still missing a few. I didn't know there was a glaive upgrade there. But I got all the costumes, so we can check out some of the costumes. Oh, thank you, Xenosaurian. Appreciate it. And
thanks for the shout out in the podcast.
Here's my trophies.
Which episode was that? It's Acid Splash, isn't it? That's where you go by on the boards. Which episode was that? I'm sorry, I've got like 4 in the folder to do. I'm working on one that's probably about 2 episodes since. No Engineer Skull asks Casper.
No. No engineers. This is before that time, before the dark times.
Although there was the Space Jockey Skull in
EVPR. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, why don't we... Let's de-rust myself a little bit. We'll do some of these rituals.
Acid Splash is talking about the anniversary show, so he watched it live for our Patreons.
Ooh.
Well, after the fact.
So I believe in these trials... Whoa, cameras. I got used to the camera again. I believe in these trials...
The trials were boring, though. I mean, to be fair...
All you're doing is running from one place to the next. I'm going to restart that.
Yeah, I think we said that in the podcast, though, didn't we? That the trials weren't the most entertaining of bonus features. But I felt they were just tutorials to kind of get used to the way the game felt and played and moved.
Okay, there we go.
I think I've done 4 of the trials before I kind of got a bit bored of this now.
Oh, whoa, I did not want to do that. No, that's the slow way.
Mitchell Lawrence asks, what are your thoughts on the
Oh, I'm not going to get this. No.
Predator Badlands news and image?
Well, let's get right to it then, Aaron. You go first.
I am interested, for sure, but also I am mildly concerned. You know,
Oh, he's concerned?
well, only mildly. I mean, things like, you know, when you hear the speeder bike, your mind kind of goes first to Star Wars.
Kenner, dude.
Okay,
Predator has
Oh no!
speed
Wait! Fucking wait! So my mind
Oh,
initially
I'm going
went
the wrong way.
straight to Return of the Jedi. Then it went to the Kenner / Necker fucking Blade Ghost. And then it went to AVP and the Yamaha speed bikes.
Yeah.
So, and then of course to Hunters. Day of the Hunter? The first Marvel one.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. I spoke too soon about being better at this game. Chalk it up to being tired.
So, with that one, I mean, Predator is, and I think it's one of the real strengths of the series, it is very flexible. You can drop the Predator in any old genre, any old story, and it can be done well, it can work, and it can fit in there. And we've been waiting for ages. Very appropriate we're talking about it when we're playing this game, you know, because we don't really get to see Predator in the future very often. It's one of the things I have liked about Marvel's run. It's one of the good things about the game. So I am curious. I am a little bit concerned about execution because it is going to come down to execution. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It has the potential to look silly. It certainly does. But we'll see. We'll see. I like the vibes of the whole hunting aliens. You know, that's another thing I've been wanting to see for ages. Hunting aliens that are not the capital A alien. And the idea of it being something that can't be killed is certainly interesting.
There we go.
So I'm curious. I'm curious. Though one of the outlets, I forget who it was, you know, their description of the Predator was a little, I don't know, the idea of sleek human-like skin, and they called it hot. Was a little. I mean, I've been on internet fandoms for, you know, a good chunk of my life at this point. I'm very familiar with those kind of people, but I don't know, because, you know, Ferrell's design in Prey was the one thing that I was a little meh about. You know, I love him with his mask on. With his mask on, one of the top 3 designs easily. But without, it then plummets down to easily the worst of the Predator designs, in my opinion. So we'll have to see. I'm curious. I'm excited. I'm interested. How about you?
I think I'm feeling a bit more positive than you. I'm very intrigued by it.
I wouldn't say I'm feeling negative, though.
You're feeling concerned, I guess. I'm feeling less concerned. I think it's going to be bold, but, you know, in Dan we trust and all that. And after Prey, I do have faith in him. And I always really liked Ferrell, but at the same time, I do think it's good that we're hopefully getting a more traditional Predator species, so we don't have to keep going another subspecies.
Yeah.
So, and by all accounts, this one is a more traditional looking Predator. From, I think, somebody who saw it said that. So that's nice. But yeah, this is going to be in the future with a bunch of crazy aliens and stuff on a distant planet. So I'm in, man. It's different. You know, Prey it had a balancing act of being back to basics, but also trying new things. But this is going way in the trying new things direction, and I'm kind of for it. And I think the idea of a Predator protagonist is really cool. It's, you know, something we get in this game. And so I'm pretty hyped. I mean, I don't think it's going to be long before we see that trailer, given there were a lot of other trailers at CinemaCon that have come out like a couple days after.
But then again, is their release date towards the end of the year like ours is?
I mean, it's got to be spring. They're not going to keep that teaser trailer that they just showed under wraps for that long. All right, what should I play? What's the luchador fighting one?
The Machine Man?
No, that's different. I think it's this one. Oh no, not this one.
Oh, you mean the stereotype Mexican wrestling?
I think it was after this one. Yeah, I'm not playing this level again.
No Style Dutch says, any chance the planet is the preserve planet?
I don't think so.
I mean, it could be, but
I don't think so.
I doubt it. It's not to say it couldn't be a different kind of... a different preserve or something, or whatever.
Oh, this is the same level. Oh, damn it.
The machine.
I'm not playing this again.
Galen says that CinemaCon footage gave me more hope, though yeah, it's definitely taking some big swings. And to be fair, big swings are absolutely fine if they land them.
Okay, here we go.
Mitchell Lawrence says, didn't they say they'll show the Pred Homeworld? I don't think so. I don't remember hearing that, do you?
Oh, this was also a terrible one. Well, let's see if I can do a little better on this one.
Well, Dino Soren says, do you want to replay all the levels we just watched?
No, I don't.
So, do you want to swap it? Do you want to swap it up to a later mission?
Yeah, okay.
Well, to be fair, you might as well just continue from where you were.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. think it was Skin Trade.
No Style Dutch says, I love the big swings. My only kind of disappointment is that Dan wimped out and caved in to go back to the original design on the... Oh, fucking hell. No Style Dutch throwing out some fighting words there. I think the majority of the fandom will appreciate that. I think I think those that liked Feral are probably in the minority. And fair play to them. Fair play to you if you dig Feral, but
I don't think so. I think a lot of people thought Feral looked awesome.
I don't think so. That is the one. That is the very frequent critique of the film.
Only by like the most nitpicky of like Predator purist fans.
I
think most normie moviegoers were like, "Wow, that Predator looks awesome."
Whatever problem you have, you sort it out. You wouldn't be hard to replace, Hongo.
Let's poll it up in the chat for now. Can we add a poll in the chat? Start a poll. We can.
Oh, okay.
Did you like Feral's
Face included.
in?
No problem.
Right.
Well, I mean, his entire design.
Well, no, because there's nuance into it. Like I said, I like Feral masked. I don't like him unmasked.
You're just nitpicky.
And I'm not nitpicky. Yeah, Calum, you're nitpicky as well, bud. Feral looked great until he took his mask off. Okay, Yes was winning to start with, but No was taking the lead.
I thought it was an interesting looking subspecies design, and I knew it would be controversial as soon as I saw it in the theater. But and I was kind of uncertain about it, but what really sold me on it was some of the fan art of not just Feral, but other Predators with that face design. I thought really looked cool.
I have no. Hang on. I need to fight back there. The Crawling Chaos says, I see we are still deciding if the movie is shit or not months before we've seen anything. Weird way of being a fan. Well, that's not what anybody's doing. Are you doing that?
No.
I'm not doing that. Half the fun of these, the lead-ups to the films is the speculation, is the analysis of what we get to hear, is what we get to do. And yeah, we will have concerns based on what we hear or expectations of the previous things.
We got hunt down those pimps. That got me a little alert. I gotta be a bit more sneaky.
You got to get those
Oh, there's one.
trophy kills.
Be a sneaky predator. Why isn't it giving me the trophy kill icon? Oh, it's because I have to log on them. There we go. Okay. 2 of 7. There's another pimp.
This mission's hilarious.
Or no, that's a prostitute.
Whipping the guns out.
Bonus mission, there we go. I love this. Wiping out the pimps will not be enough to shut down the Matador's prostitution trade. Hunt down all the hookers loyal to the gang as well. Use your neuroscan to identify them.
Well, we were saying in the episode, in the podcast we did, weren't we, about how poor this.
Certain aspects have aged.
But yeah, you know, let's target the sex trade as honourable kills.
I could use some energy. Where's the energy? Oh, there's some over there.
Christopherson said, "I wish we spoke with Grant Morrison about him writing the story for this game." I did reach out to him, but unfortunately, did not receive a response. But then again, his social activity isn't that frequent.
You can tell who the pimps are because of their hats.
The Xenoplay says, "I think we can all agree on one thing, which is Feral's Bone Mask was mostly a fan favourite, myself included." Damn fucking right. Easily one of my top 3 favourite masks. I assume he's up there for you.
Oh yeah. No, I love Feral's design. Although, again, we've had a number of subspecies from predators to the predator and prey, so I'm like, hey, let's just get a traditional predator species again. Like, you can make it so they look individualized, even in that context, just by armor and by skin tone, and you can do little tweaks, like the Predator to City Hunter. He had more of a crown, you know, in terms of like these little bits on his head, but he still looked like the same species.
I mean, at the end of the day, the first 4, you know, Predator, Predator 2, AVP, AVPR, they gave us that anyway.
Yeah.
It would be nice to revisit another existing design instead of whip out a new one.
Yeah, and even like Wolf in AVPR, like his facial structure was a little different, but he still looked like a traditional predator species.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, what I like about Wolf and what I admit to enjoying about the upgrade actually as well, was injuries, was scars, was replacements. So, you know, Wolf was completely fucked up, and I loved it. And that was the one thing I liked about upgrade with his metal tusk.
It is haunting me.
Crawling Chaos says, "Well, the way I see it is if I am a fan, then I'm happy to get another movie. I will decide if it's trash or treasure when I see something for myself." And you are very welcome to. I just don't think it's nice to tar fans who are discussing it or speculating or forming early sort of opinions off events that are designed specifically to do that. You know, CinemaCon is obviously to give some more of the press a actual look in so they can start the hype and the spec train and all that kind of stuff. And I say this as somebody who very much prefers to focus on his positivity and on his love of things rather than focus on the things he doesn't like about the films and the books and everything like that.
They found them hanging on hooks like animals.
Don't think it's nice.
58% like Feral's face design, Aaron. It is a majority.
It's been flip-flopping all over.
Mike's Monsters, welcome to the stream.
In the name of screaming
Says, if we revisit an old design, just don't do a copy and paste of Jungle Hunter like Predators did.
There's nobody left alive on
I mean,
See, I wouldn't be opposed to the Super Predators coming back.
You want me to
Or the Berserkers.
Is that it?
I don't know. Again, we've just had so many subspecies. I think it's time to just not do that for a movie. As far as Jungle Hunter, I did think it was kind of an interesting choice to bring back a faithful Jungle Hunter in Predators, while still having a little difference with like the broken mask and all that. But I wouldn't want to see like another Jungle Hunter copy paste, you know. That was like an interesting one-off. But yeah, I mean, even with a more traditional looking Predator, you can make physical and armor and like personality tweaks to make it
Sick bow.
look completely unique, and the mask, of course.
Understand?
Which some people have been comparing this mask to the Falconer mask, but I think this is just concept art, that one image shown, not an actual screen cap from the trailer.
I do see it in that. Surely you see it.
A little bit, yeah. I like this little mini boss fight where you're up against the luchadors.
Do you think that actually is the Predator with the hoodie on, or do you think that is Thea?
I think so. I think it's the Predator. He's probably just a little younger and a little smaller.
I suppose it could be the Predator because the hood's quite high up, isn't it? Christopherson says that fan-made face redesign for Feral on Reddit is way better than the final version. Yeah, I like the one that's closer to. It's a classic. Trash Picture Show says, do you think the hover bike will be a nod to the bikes in the AVP comics or the Blade Fighter? Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I don't think it's been very well described, has it? But nobody's called out it looking Predator-esque. So that kind of makes me think it's not a Blade Fighter. Blade Fighter kind of nod or callback, but I hope it looks similar to the Yamaha ones in AVP.
Well, do we know it's a Predator hover bike?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's described it as being Predator looking in design.
So maybe it's a human hover bike that he commandeered.
And if it is, that's when I hope it kind of is inspired by AVP. Caleb says, Dan's probably like, there were Predator hover bikes in the comic? Well, it wasn't in the comic, was it? It was, well, the AVP ones were human. And the Hellfighter was from Kenner. I don't think there's been any Predator.
Man, this music is great. What's the last one? We got one more? Did I get them all?
No, there's one on your objective map.
Oh, I see him. He
yeah,
just needs his skull ripped out. That's what it is.
Hunter says, do we think the creature the Predator is hunting in Badlands is possibly related to AVP or distinctly its own organism?
That's a good question.
Well, all the descriptions, I think, describe everything as more kaiju-esque. And then that doesn't give me alien with capital A vibes. I don't know about you.
No, I think we're going to be seeing a bunch of other creatures. I mean, maybe we'd see a nod given all the stuff they've been talking about AVP. Like maybe they'll do a repeat of the skull or something. But yeah, I think...
Well, especially if we're seeing a Predator sort of protagonist, maybe it means we'll get to see Predator ship, another hunting, another trophy wall or something like that.
Well, they said there was a wall of skulls, didn't they, in the description of the footage?
The one you sent me today, wasn't it? The IO9 one.
I gotta give a shout out to cosplayer Aussie Huntress, who actually did a Lucretia costume from this game, and it's really spot on.
Yeah, that was very impressive. You know, when you sent it me, I was like, this is really fucking random that somebody would be cosplaying as Lucretia, but then I was like, oh, it's Aussie Huntress, okay, I'm with you.
But this is your last chance to do right. Understand?
It was very good. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just bringing up that Gizmodo article now. So, the first footage unfolded as follows: a lair filled with skulls. Ellie Fanning's voice. I didn't think you've survived. So yeah, we in the trailer assuming we get to see that trailer released online, already gives us a wall of skulls. So maybe we will see the alien in there.
Casper asks, where can we see it? We shared it on our Facebook and our Instagram. Aaron, did you have...
The Lucretia cosplay, that is
Yeah.
not the Badlands.
The
trailer.
Lucretia cosplay, yeah. Did you have a favorite costume in this game, other than the default?
The Dark Blade Clan one was good.
Yeah,
I
people seem
wasn't
to
that-
like that one.
I wasn't that keen on Bad Blood. I thought, I mean, I got the vibe they were going for, with it being inspired by
I think it's actually one of the Preds you fight.
experimentation.
I think it's Long Spear.
The sniper one.
Yeah, I think so.
I wasn't that keen on that.
Of course, we got City Hunter. Mike's Monster says, it makes me laugh when Aaron calls her Ellie. Her name is pronounced like the letter L. Yeah, it's Elle Fanning.
And there shouldn't be an I in it. Isn't there an I in it? No, there isn't an I in it. Okay, it's Elle Fanning. Shut up, Mike.
And we
On
have the Alien Hunter costume, which is Mr. Scar.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for Chopper or Gil there, just to make it a little bit different, because obviously Scar's mask is very close to Jungle Hunter's mask.
But they
Celtic's
are
mask.
different in this one. If you switch to Jungle Hunter, the masks are a little different. So I do appreciate that. And Ritual Armor is another original one. It's pretty cool. Has a jawbone thing going on with the mask.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up, so just bear with. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's the Berserker Predator before Mr. Black was the thing.
But I'm feeling Alien Hunter. Let's go with Mr. Alien Hunter for a little bit.
Army of Chi says, I've been absentee for a while, happy to be back and catch up with the Sunday squad, sorry. AVPG keeping up the great work and still hunting for trophies. Thank you, much appreciated.
Alright, now we fight the stripper squad.
No Style Dutch says, I think I'm most excited to see the non-capital A aliens that are going to be on this new planet. Yes, I'm very much excited to see them expand that out. You know, I love the River Ghost from Predators, but I was always very disappointed we didn't actually get to see the Predators fighting any exotic creatures in it. So that's something about Badlands I'm really fucking looking forward to.
And it's something we've seen in the comics a number of times, and in just random fan art too, as Predators taking on these wild and big otherworldly critters. So to have that be in a movie is really cool sounding.
Yeah, definitely.
I know all about these special weapons.
Acid Splash, Xenomorph Warrior said, deep cut, bring back the Grotee from Extinction. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh yeah, that was one of the indigenous life forms, wasn't it?
Yeah, the legendary.
Legendary Grotee. I remember he was kind of a bitch. And AVP2, Primal Hunt, had some indigenous life forms as well that you fought.
Yeah, the big worm things, and then there was the kind of trolly things.
Mr. Scar. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool.
Christopherson says, I heard there's a lightsaber style predator weapon in Badlands, maybe a red plasma sword or blade. You heard correctly. Let me see if I can find...
I mean, that's
found
something
it.
we had in the original movie with him heating up the wrist blades, and that was never revisited, so it would be kind of a cool thing.
There was a good description of it, and I can't remember where it was. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it here. Oh, I think it was one of the videos. Yeah, one of the.
And here's where we get
Okay.
demonetized.
Can't believe I'm really talking to Baby Blue. It's fucking awesome.
But yes, Christopherson, there was a good description of it somewhere. It was one of the YouTube videos. I can't remember the name of the bloody people. I'm just trying to find it now,
I'd be safe here. You gotta help me, eh? El Diablo himself is hunting me.
so I can at least point you in the right direction. But that thread got very big. 17 pages.
Lucretia sent you to the right place. Just relax and enjoy.
Okay, it was Geek Tyrant. They had a video where they described the sword a little bit better than everybody else did. Mitch Lawrence says, I think it's good we're seeing other new tech from the Preds. Completely agree.
Yeah.
It's always one of the charming things about the films. I mean, I think the problem new franchise films have is a weakness is, you know, trying to revisit and recreate all the old stuff without expanding.
Poor little girl.
Oh, well, we know they're hardened killers.
They look like schoolgirls.
It's damn hologram. It's the hologram suits, man. So yeah, I'm very excited to see some new cool tech. Would you prefer the hover bike to be human or predator? I kind of really want to see the blade fire on screen.
Either way, I'm intrigued, but maybe Predator? I don't know, because, yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Xenosaurian says, you heard any news on Isolation 2?
There was a story rumor. I reached out to someone, and they said that rumor should not be taken seriously. That's all I've heard.
What was it? It was a German channel, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop. See, I'm making those shots. I'm making those shots. I'm a little better. Boop.
Xenomorph Warrior says Ritual's Plasma Caster has an alien skull in
hey.
its design.
There's King Willie right
Which he-
there.
No doubt about that.
Yeah,
Well,
he's,
King Willie
he's just chilling there.
wasn't the Servitor's boss called King Willie as well?
I think that's who that is.
No, we kill the Servitor's boss.
You sure? I think
Yeah.
we kill like a dude of
Oh.
his.
If you kill him, it's the bonus mission, isn't it?
Yeah, former gang boss.
So it must be King Willie's grandson.
And he's just crying down there. It's okay. We'll put you out of your misery. Do I have to like collect a trophy or? Oh, I guess I can just kill him that way. Yep.
No, you just kill him. Yeah.
Bonus mission complete.
Christopherson says, if the girl is revealed to be an android or a synthetic, could she translate the Predator's vocal language so she can understand him?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
I mean, they did that in The Predator. They had a giant ass translator, and that was modern day, so. But we try and forget about that movie, don't we, Aaron?
We do. We do. Can't remember if any of the comics have had synths translating for the Predators. I don't think Sarita did he? Because Machiko did it for everybody. About any of the future stories? I can't remember offhand if any try and do it.
Okay, I am gonna go ahead and save state here.
It's gonna get tough soon. Mike Monster says, trying to save you from more comments about pronunciation in the future. Everybody knows I'm shit at pronouncing names. Asper says, wait, you're saying there's a chance there's a xenomorph in Predator Badlands? I don't think we said that, did we?
I don't think we said that.
We're talking about other aliens.
Yeah. If they did that, Aaron would be grumpy. Because he didn't like it when they did that in this game.
I did not like it.
Yeah.
Let the Predator have some time to shine. Although, to be fair, the films are reasonably catching up now, so
Oh, I think
It
I just
wouldn't
failed
be
the mission. Yep.
you got to get there faster. Come on.
Load it up.
Yeah, so I wouldn't actually be opposed to aliens showing up in a Predator film now. Because we've had 5 Predator films with a 6th coming up. I don't feel as starved for Predator media as I was at the time that this came out. Lone Wolf Productions says, my best friend Jamie's late uncle was Kevin Peter Hall. Press it. Have you got any stories? Mike's Monsters says, I sold Elle her iPhone the moment I got to I get to reconnect her with her in the future. I'm reminding her of a fun time we had in the sale at the App Store. Oh, Mike, you just fucking know everybody.
Oh, that's what I have to do.
Acoustic Viper says, like Ahab hunting random alien creatures while piecing together the more worshipping engineers. I love that in the Fire and Stone stuff. I love Ahab. He's one of my favourite.
Stop dodging my shit! Ah! Gotta take them
Just
out
let 'em
more
go.
stealthy than that.
No, you don't take them out. You just let them go. If you just wait, they walk off.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell, Mike. Elle's grandma had such a great experience during the sale that she asked to have my phone number so I could be a contact for Apple information. Elle Fanning's grandma has my phone number.
I don't. Excuse me, miss. I don't know if you remember. I hear your daughter's in an upcoming, or granddaughter's in an upcoming Predator film.
Xenosaurian says, I'd like to see the nameless insectoid aliens at the start of Concrete Jungle make a return. I would love to see some random ass deep cuts like that.
No, he sees me.
Badlands.
I think if I take them out quickly enough, I can. Not
No, you
fail
just
the
leave
mission.
them.
Well, I still can't cloak. I guess I gotta jump away
Well, why do you need to cloak?
so they don't see me.
You do not need to be that far down to trigger it.
That's true.
You can do it from the roof above. And then you just wait for them to walk off. And then you can go in there and trophy kill the last... not baby doll, whatever this faction's called.
Open wide.
You can even do that from up on the top of the next roof. The voice mimicry.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh. Ah!
Christopherson says, how come Preds don't heat up their blades anymore? I always thought it was interesting and memorable. Yeah, well, it only lasted the one film, which was a shame. I liked seeing that. Xenomorph Warrior says, at Max Monsters, thanks for your advice a few weeks back for the Patreon donation worked. Didn't we mention that in the podcast?
Oh, the one-time donation?
Yeah, that Sid Splash sent us, and it was very much fucking appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very, very much for that. But yeah, we should tweak that so if people want to just get like an episode of Genetic Memory or something, they can do that.
We're
Okay,
recording our
let's,
next one at the end of the month, aren't we?
Let's try and be a little sneaky beaky like here.
We're doing Event Horizon next, I think we agreed on.
Yep. Yes.
See, that went much better, didn't it?
Yeah.
Galen says, I don't think we can expect any sort of deep cut creatures to make an appearance. No, I don't think we can, but it would be cool. The Crawling Chaos says, imagine that hover bike being the bladed style, and it's a chopper rather than a sleek racer with skulls on it, Mad Max Predator. Well, hasn't that been some of the vibe that people have described about Badlands? And I'm all about Mad Max Predator. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I do hope it leans into that kind of vibe a little bit. Lone Wolf Production says, my friend Jamie is the Predator in the Super Bowl beatdown episode. Yeah. Yes, of course it is, because he's Kevin Peter Hall's nephew. I remember reading all about that stuff when that was making the rounds. That was such a cool little video, wasn't it? The beatdown did some good stuff.
Remind me, what was this?
The Wolverine versus Predator.
Oh yeah, that was a cool one.
And it was Kevin Peter Hall's nephew in the Predator suit.
There was another one that Loot Crate did, which was like a bunch of Colonial Marines versus a Predator, and it was like a 360-degree video. I always thought that one was nice.
I do not remember this. Do you remember what it was called?
If you search Loot Crate Predator, I'm sure you'll find. Oh, you bitch! Are you dodging my shots? There we go.
Not seeing anything. Lots of random unboxing videos for Predator stuff from Loot Crate.
Hopefully they didn't take it down before we saved that, because that was a good one.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that one at all.
Ah.
Christopherson says, do you think predators would want to hunt the alien predator creature that hunts the aliens on their homeworld? Do you remember those big lizard dragon things?
I remember a piece of artwork with them.
Yeah, it was Theory of Alien Propagation, I think, where it was like that speculative presentation. I don't think they are actually, it was only a speculative thing. I don't. Oh no, wait, no, there was aliens on the Hive world, weren't they, in the first one? The flying alien things that knocked down the flyers that the Mercs were using. You can lock onto them in first person, right?
Yes, I know that. But you
Okay.
can't get the headshots.
Just making sure. Vatican 2 says, do you all think a predator will show up on alien Earth?
Probably not.
No, I think that sound effect was just
Holly's too much of an auteur for that.
I think that was just a random sound effect that they chose.
Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah, you get on the boat, you climb up the tower thing. Crane. Predminator says, the cutscene at the end of this level captures the mocking superiority of the Predator so amazingly. He mocks what the head arms dealer lady says right before he sticks the wrist blades in it. Yeah, I absolutely love Scarface's character and personality in this. He's just so sassy. His use of the mimicry and some gestures is just perfect. Oh, there was a recharge point over there.
Over where?
Not on the boat, but on the scaffolding. On the dock.
I will be back there in a moment.
Sarah says, Adam's hard swear from, oh, I feel bad they look like little girls too, bitch, you dodged my shot. Is what Sunday night's all about.
Uh-oh, just going to explode.
Caleb says, Noah Hawley would be like, what's a predator? Xenosaurus says, oh, just a random sound effect, huh? Yeah, I don't think it's anything deliberate, I'm sorry. I would be surprised if it was. And we can confirm that as of our intel, there has been no predator appearances. Xenosaurus says, yeah, Adam, what's that about? With your flip-flopping attitude.
I don't know. She shouldn't have dodged my shot, man.
I see, baby.
Those hollow suits are the,
Smoke.
Huh. Too bad.
interesting.
I was starting to enjoy that as much as you were. Something just shorted out my goddamn chameleon suit.
And though, to be fair, I do think they are a cool concept.
Yeah.
And it's here. El demonio. It's gonna kill us all. And I didn't even get to come.
Hunter says, with Badlands on the horizon, do we expect something special at the Comic-Con panel coming later this year? I would hope so.
There's something out there.
I would hope so, certainly.
Yeah.
I would expect so. To be honest.
Alright, Aaron, where was this recharge station?
So, you know all the scaffolding on the right?
Yeah.
If you look above the scaffolding, there's like
Up here?
no. Go to the scaffolding.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Come on. No.
Acid Splash asks, did you guys see the Perfect Organism book cover?
Yeah.
We have differing opinions on that. I think it looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Adam enjoys it.
I enjoy it for how ridiculous it is, but it's still a bad cover. I mean, Titan has done a lot of bad covers lately. They'll occasionally have a decent one, but they need to start hiring some real artists. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We've had Mark Turini, 3 times, and his last time everybody thought it used AI anyway.
He denied it, but that looks pretty damn AI to me.
It was Mark Turini, weren't it? The same guy who'd done...
Yeah.
Yeah. Apologies if I mispronounced. And even Alien Cult's cover wasn't perfect. It was certainly better than him running around in his thong.
God, this mission.
No Star Dutch says the idea of Perfect Organism cover is interesting. The execution of the cover is an abomination. Yeah, so the idea behind it is very interesting. You know, I'm very, very intrigued about the premise of the book. You know, it being about this artist that is absolutely obsessed with the aliens, and so the idea of it being an artist's interpretation of the aliens on the cover is fantastic, but it just looks so poor.
Lost?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that game Layers of Fear, if you're familiar with that one.
No, I've not heard that one.
All around the world, you moron!
Caustic Viper says, I think we may be in what feels like a renaissance of both Alien and Predator franchises. I'm glad to see the love for them being more shown. Yeah, I think we're in a bit of a third golden age, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I want his head
which
in a
is
box.
certainly very
And as for
nice.
you, Black,
Hopefully we get some more Predator books again, though, because it has been a
so
while.
True, true. The last thing we had was
But it wasn't my fault.
oh,
get
not
these
if
drone
it
trucks
bleeds.
back to the depot
Eyes
now.
of the Demon.
Eyes of the
Maybe
Demon,
I can
yes.
salvage something from this
That was the last
fucking
one we had,
mess.
which was still very, very good.
Nobody.
I can't even remember if there was anything in there I didn't like. Might have to reread that.
Oh.
Just relax. Enjoy.
Lone Wolf Productions asks, what are your thoughts on the novelization of William Gibson's screenplay of Alien 3? Relax,
I think we enjoyed it.
Okay. I actually dislike Gibson's first draft. I really don't like it. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's one of the worst.
you like the
Wait,
book.
wait, 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 wait,
Oh,
wait, wait,
okay.
wait, wait,
I'll let you tell the
wait,
story. I'm sorry.
The second draft is my favourite of the Alien 3 potentials. So I naturally have a bit more of a soft spot for the audio drama. Because that was based on the second draft. I really, really enjoy the audio drama. So when they announced the book for Alien 3, for Gibson's thing, I was a little, I don't really like this script. I'm kind of curious to see what I think about the book. And I actually really enjoyed the book. I think she, what was her name? Pat Cadigan, was it? Something like that. I think she did a good job at making that first draft feel less ridiculous and a bit more entertaining. I actually really liked the crazy cat lady kind of interpretation of Ripley in it, and I ended up quite enjoying it.
You ran to Mother.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Did you liked the book, didn't you? If I
Yeah,
remember
it's
rightly?
been a number of years since I've read it, but I remember quite enjoying it.
But I've certainly listened to the audio drama a lot more than I've read the book. I think I've read the book twice. I listened to that audio drama loads of times.
So this part took me a number of tries where you have to fight like all these mechs.
Yeah, at least they only throw you through it.
So,
Rob Harvey asks, which Gibson draft was the graphic novel? That was the second draft.
found
although
that works best is you pulse mine one and then use it as cover. If you hop on top of it, they will like just take you out.
Yeah, but yeah, you have to get behind them and attack them.
But with,
I-
with the last one in the group, you can just hop on them.
Yeah. I wasn't that big of a fan of the comic adaptation. I thought it was okay, but Johnny Christmas's style and the colorist, I can't remember the name of the colorist, weren't the best that Dark Horse had.
Christopherson, which one did I skip? We're not playing the whole game in linear order, so I can go back and play a mission if you wanted to see it.
No Stardust says, wouldn't that just mean the Bronze Age? No, we've gone through Dark Time, so we've had some more Golden Ages. I tend to think of the early 90s to the 90s as the first Golden Age, when we started to get all the comics and the expanded media and all the games. And then in 2010, I guess, or sort of early 2010s. I think we got into a second one with Dark Horse coming back with Titan picking up all the books, and then now under Disney, I think we're in a bit of a third age. But then again, that's just in terms of frequency. But we've still had some really good entries. You know, Dark Descent is amazing. Yeah, Marvel's still on a not quite there yet. I just read the 4th issue of Paradiso today. That series is still not very great. It's such a waste, especially after how good Black, White, and Blood had been.
What was the last one, is it?
Don Tiberius says, what's people's thoughts on another AVP game? That we would love it.
Yes.
It's about time. But I don't think until we hear anything about a new comic, we can probably expect anything about the games. See, Dinosaurian, I wouldn't say 2004 to 2014 because there was so little.
Where am I supposed to
Really?
take this to?
It's not. I don't think. Is it him? Because we didn't really get a lot in the, after AVP. I don't think.
Yeah, that was kind of a dead time until Prometheus.
But then again, I mean, we got the DH press books, but the Alien ones were a bit poo. Half the well, no, that's a lie. All but one of the Predators was good.
I guess even after Prometheus, we got Isolation. That was a big one.
But that's, I think, when Dark Horse started back up again with the reboots in 2009, 2010. That's when it started. Another one started back up for me. But then again, a little bit of that is my bias in that being the first of the comics that I could actually go and read weekly. I mean, I know you're not that big on that experience.
Shit, not good. You become invulnerable when you heal, though, so that's nice.
Do you have to slash them from behind, or do they actually take damage from in front?
Yeah, this is like one of the super ones, I think. Man. I better heal again.
There's health charges around the officers as well.
There we go.
Xenosaurian says, I guess I just had a different experience. There was a lot of Alien and Predator stuff going on in my experience at the time. I mean, that opinion is also affected by the fact that that's when I was first introduced to Alien and Predator. I mean, yeah, we're always going to be influenced by our own biases there. And especially if you just come into it, you're going to get to be experiencing a lot of stuff for the first time at that point. So everything's kind of new.
Christopherson, what was the level you wanted to see?
Predominator says, what would you guys think of a new AVP game in VR mode that would put new meaning to Terror playing as a Marine in VR in horror maps trying to survive an onslaught of rogue predators and aliens? Well, I mean, we've kind of got that with Rogue Incursion anyway, and it's still... There's still room for improvement.
Yeah. But I could see it being really cool,
Yeah, I mean,
We're down
don't
for
get me
that.
wrong. I'm not going to turn down more Alien and Predator stuff, and I'm not going to turn down more of it in VR. I am very much looking forward to part 2 of Rogue Incursion,
Yeah, definitely.
and I do want a new AVP game. I think I would just rather have a new PC one first before I got one in VR or something like that, Turbo says, what do you think of the Marvel What If with Cartberg? We
I
both
thought it
very
was
much
fun.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did an interview with Paul Reiser, Leon Reiser, and Brian Voltweiss, I think is the way you pronounce it, which will be coming out at some point, which was really fun. They all worked on What If. I'm very much excited to put that one, edit that one and get it out to folk.
Shit. Ouch. Not good.
I don't know if I'd want more quickly of it, because I don't think you want to oversaturate Aliens with that kind of comedic tone. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll happily see more at another point in the future. Don Tiberius says, now Atomfall is finished, maybe we'll have a chance. Let the films play out, but I tell you what, AVP Extinction, that was a game. Yeah, I'd love to see another RTS. I don't know about you, but like a proper PC RTS with a bit more depth.
Yeah.
To the controls and the functions.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm 5 hours into Atomfall now, Adam. Are you proud of me? I've actually put that much time into a game.
Oh, how is it?
It isn't AVP related. I'm enjoying it. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm having to take it a little bit slower pace than I normally would a game because, you know, it's so open worldish. There's lots of like leads and angles and side missions, I suppose they really are, for you to explore and stuff. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm glad I picked it up. I don't know, would I have done if it wasn't because it was Rebellion? I'm not sure, but you know, I'm glad I made the purchase.
Yeah, definitely gotta support Rebellion.
Hunter says, remind me, was the Hunters 3 series from Dark Horse rushed towards the end because of that Disney accusation? I thought that series was a sentimental send-off for the Dark Horse run. No, they were working on that before the Disney... not accusation. That's why you confused me there. You mean acquisition, don't you? Sorry. No. Because it all got... I think issue 3 and 4 were solicited, but then it got delayed due to the acquisition. And then we didn't think they were going to get to do them. Because there was more series that were planned but never happened. Xenosaurian says, I'm not going to be playing Rogue Incursion, but I will watch you guys play it. You've full playthrough, haven't you? On the stream? Of Rogue Incursion?
Yeah, we played through the whole thing. Alright, Christopherson, I will play Monster Squad just for you, even though I hated this boss fight, actually.
Yeah, that was an annoying one for me. Sarah says, Showcase Cinemas have Alien and Alien showing on Alien Day. Yeah, but we don't care, Sarah. We're going to watch, what we're going to watch? Prometheus, Alien, Alien Romulus, and Aliens on Alien Day. Me and Chris have tickets. Sarah is also going to be there. Don't know if anybody else in the chat's UK that's going to be there. At the Quad in Derby. Predominator says, Rogue Incursion was a good game. I'm hoping Part 2 gets a release date on Alien Day. Yeah, I think we're both hoping for some information on that one, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'm like, I don't know if I want the Isolation VR version announced first. I kind of do. I want a little break between the two.
So
need to finish
this
playing
one,
that.
the thing that always messed me up were these stupid little missiles, so I have to get the guy that shoots them, like right off the bat. Oh, here they come. Jeez.
Caustic Viper says, Aliens vs Avengers has been relatively fun to read. Reminds me of Marvel Zombies. Yeah, I really enjoy
There
AVA.
he is. There you are, you bastard.
Have you got around to reading AVA yet?
I read a little bit of it on the plane. Seemed pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's a really solid run. I'm very, very, very happy with it. Although, to be fair, the tone took a little bit of a turn in the last issue. Was it issue 3? The tone took a little bit of a turn with Mr. Sinister, Dr. Sinister, whatever his name is, being introduced into it. So I'm hoping it recovers in the next issue. Acid Splash says, as long as you can play as an alien again is my biggest wish. Yeah, I don't think they could do a new AVP and not include that, because that's such an iconic part of Alien vs Predator as a game. You know, at least a modern AVP, and obviously not all of them have done it, but most of them have. Sizzy says, I still need to get Atom 4, looks so fun. You guys getting it? You planning on
Yeah,
picking it up?
I was planning to.
Did you play the Fallouts then? Because people keep describing it as like British Fallout.
Only a little bit. Sizzy was more into the Fallouts, but I just want to support Rebellion. It looks like a cool game, so I'll take a chance on it.
I've not had a look at any of the reviews yet, actually, so I don't know
Oh shit!
how
Here
we
we go.
receive them.
Damn it!
Oh, sucks. Now Xenosaurus says, I watched you play the first part of Rogue Incursion, I'm looking forward to playing part 2. Okay. I get what you mean now.
Yeah, this boss fight took me so many tries.
I think it took me about 3 or 4 times to get through this. Caleb says, also a Monster Squad reference years before the guy who made Monster Squad made a Predator film. I don't know why you talk about Caleb, that never happened, did it? Christopherson says, these guys look so cool, their weapons and colours. Xenosaurus says, that really looks like a cloning Marines dropship.
Wow, that's a good spear upgrade. That's taking him out quick. There we go.
Sarah said that. I know, but for people further away from Derby, they might have a showcase near them. Yeah, I think I've watched most of my Alien Day showings in showcases as well. The one in Meadowhall. I remember one of the showings, one of the Alien Day showings I went to was the year that River of Pain came out. So there was a trailer for the River of Pain audio drama on the showing, which was cool. Sarah, Prometheus isn't sold out. I had to talk to the guy who was organising it. Apparently, they just disabled the sales by accident, so people couldn't book into it. He's opened it up now because I had to. You didn't get your discount unless you booked all four showings, and I didn't understand how I was supposed to buy a ticket for all of them, so I had to reach out to him.
So I guess there's some secret combos in this game.
Yeah, wasn't there a video about that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Zeno Torin says, I like that alien head on the plasma caster. Yeah, it's one of the
that's
upgrades.
cool, isn't it?
It's on Ritual Hunter, I think it was. That was a cool little nod.
Where is this guy? There you are.
Caleb says, so in regards to Atom 4, Caleb says, plus it feels like the first game Rebellion has made in years that doesn't centre on shooting Nazis in the nuts. Sniper Elite has been a Rebellion's bread and butter for a little while, hasn't it?
Jeez, this guy's tough.
Predminator says, this was the hardest level for me. Hunter Borgia seemed easier to me. Yeah, I agree. I think this is the boss battle I readed the most. I know 1,000 Ways to Die is one of the generally cited more harder missions, but it wasn't the boss fight that I struggled with for that. It was some of the platform bits where you had like long distance rockets being shot at you, and then a gunship showing up, and then you had like all the EMP mines and everything like that.
Yeah, 10,000 Ways to Die was the hardest mission, I think.
But the boss fights in it, I didn't think were that hard.
No, they weren't. It was just the culmination of everything in that mission. It was such a gauntlet.
That was when I started using the safe states. I got pretty frustrated in that one. Acid Splash says, I think I've listened to Sea of Sorrows at least 50 times. They need to do another audio drama. You see, Sea of Sorrows was the one I struggled with. You know, as a book, I struggled with it a little bit more. I didn't dislike it at all. I enjoyed it, but it was just the sheer size of the cast in Sea of Sorrows that I struggled with. So it was hard for me to know who everybody was, especially in the audio drama version. My favourites... I don't know, I feel like my favourite is probably River of Pain, you know. Outside of the good thing. Yeah, like, I enjoyed Colin Salmon being back. The actress who played Newt's mum, she was in shows that I quite enjoyed in my college years. Pushing Daisies. There's a little bit of sentimental appreciation there. And what's his face from DS9 was in it. Alexander Siddig.
I guess I can see all of that.
So that's cool.
There he is. Where'd he go?
But I do agree that they need to do some more audio dramas already. I mean, we were kind of expecting one by now, weren't we? Because of some comments made on Facebook. That
maybe Alien Day.
But I mean, how long have we been waiting for this, though?
A long time.
Yeah, I mean, when was these posts? It must have been about 2 or 3 years ago. And I know full well that they were working on additional ones, because I was asked my opinions on some stuff. But how far that actually made it into production, I couldn't tell you.
I did it!
The Turbo was asking about if Rebellion owned Judge Dredd, and was saying a 2000 AD Judge Dredd Predator game would be nice. Comics were good. They were enjoyable. The crossovers.
Yeah, there were a few older crossovers and then a more recent-ish one.
You say recent, it was probably like 50 years ago at this point.
It wasn't that long ago. The last one.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. That's a lot.
The last paperback? Slice and Dice, was it called?
Judge Dredd.
What does it want from me?
Imagine deer.
Slice and Diced was published in...
They're hunters.
Okay, maybe 10 years ago. 2000. It started in 2016. So.
These creatures left here 100 years ago. We've stolen the secret of fire from the gods.
If it wants Prometheus
Fun fact,
dead,
the
it
final
can
issue
work
of Judge
with
Dredd
Tiny
vs.
Corporation,
Aliens
Industries, or anybody
Incubus
else.
was
Dad,
actually the
you can
first
sell Mother and
Predator,
Prometheus
the
for
first
billions
Alien
of
comic I
dollars.
ever read.
You have to let me close a deal here before things get any worse.
Which one again?
Away from this shit
Final issue of the Judge Dredd vs. Aliens crossover.
That was the first Aliens comic you ever read?
Yep, I saw it in a little fucking newsagents in a indoor market just there. So I picked it up for like £3. I think that was the same day. That was actually the same day that I also brought my first book, which was a omnibus of Earth Hive and Nightmare
so
Asylum.
much more than you know.
Oh.
You're a clever girl, Lucretia. All of this will be
Zeno
yours
plays,
when I'm gone.
Hunter says, 1,000 ways to die really put some hair on your hatchet
Get the
chest.
gangs back in gear and the merchandise.
Predminator says, would be cool if AVP Galaxy
the rest
also
of this
covered
to Mother
Terminator.
and to me.
Predator, Alien and Terminator are just awesome.
What
I don't have
are
that love for the
you doing to
Terminator
yourself in that
franchise, I'm
isolation
afraid.
tank?
I've always liked the Terminator franchise. I do think it's been less lucky than Alien and Predator.
As far as
But you still see some good stuff like that game I've been meaning to play through. Resistance.
Survivor? Resist? Okay.
Yeah.
and this
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy them, but I don't
Here
have
on
the same
planet
level
Earth,
of
man is the
fondness or
ultimate
interest.
predator. That's what Bruno
Matchbox
taught
says
me.
Rage War audio drama or movie series. And McFlonway says, do we think the audio dramas will ever come back? Dirt Mag seems to have moved on.
You hope so.
Like I said, we kind of think something is there and done already that just hasn't been released. There was
What, the
just
way
some
of the
comment-
anime?
Yeah. But the audio dramas all proved themselves. So speaking on the Sea of Sorrows audio drama, Acid Splash says, that's fair, that's why I've listened to it. As much there's a lot of fun character dynamics, I enjoy in it, plus I'm always a big fan of the way the way you mix have a lot of personality in it. Yeah, that's fair as well. Might have to re-listen to those soon. That one soon.
I gotta say though, the best costume in this game is just the default, Mr. Scarface.
Xenosaurian says
Looks
you're
very
not going to
cool.
play all the levels. I think Adam's just
No.
bouncing around today.
I mean,
We'll do
I-
a proper Let's Play, I think, at some point.
Yeah, well, it took me more than 2 hours to beat, I'll tell you that, so I was just planning to jump around today. But it was interesting, the themes in this game of the vampirism of predators, that I think Eternal was the first time we ever saw that, right? And then there was that other one, Strange Brew.
I don't... Let's have a look and see which one came out.
I think that was more of just a silly thing, like it didn't play into it, giving you long life and all that.
No, so Strange Brew was 1996. Eternal was earlier 90s, I think, because wasn't it the third full-fledged series? Oh, no. I lie. Eternal was 98, so a couple of years after Strange Brew.
Well, Strange Brew didn't go into vampirism, it was just he threw the predator in a stew, right?
Yeah, well, he ate him.
Yeah, but it didn't go into like, oh, it gave him long life or anything.
No, I don't remember that. Did we ask Ian about that
I don't
when
know.
we had him on the podcast?
That's why your father
I'm
spent
gonna
his
add.
life
I'm gonna
hunting
re-listen
horror
to that
for these
interview
creatures.
tomorrow.
Their technology has made us rich and powerful. Only
that
their
was a fun
lifeblood
interview
can
as
keep
well.
us alive.
You're vampirizing them? This is
Pretty much everything we do is a fun interview.
I don't get out of all this.
Katurbo said Out of the Shadows was great. Rutger Hauer as Ash was great. Yeah, I thought that was some very cool casting. I very much liked
Hello,
him in that.
Scarface. Long time no see. I
I'll
suppose
have you
think
know
your
that
knowledge
poll
has
on
been
Farrell's
valuable.
face is 60% in favor.
Say hello,
And
my
yes.
Have fun together.
Oh, there it is. God, that was 3 years ago, Adam, when we spoke to Ian.
Jeez. Oh, we have a... Man, I can't speak. I need a nap. We have a couple of fun interviews that we've recorded that will be coming out soon, that I'm looking forward to people hearing. I need to change my copy stick here. Or it's the glaive.
The blunt.
There we go.
Aren't
Yeah,
the
that
blunt
takes
ones
long.
better?
Quick.
Didn't know
Because you're not getting acid
how
splash.
these beasts
Do you get
were
acid
present for his
splash?
beloved mother, he called
Yeah,
them.
with your bladed
As I
weapons.
watched these nightmare creatures stalk the object of a
don't
sacred
think
of
so.
my dreams, I always felt
I
sorry
thought you
for
did. I always felt like I was dying from...
both antagonists
acid
shared
damage.
purity of purpose
I think
and
they have
same
the
line of
alien
thoughts.
resurrection sound
But what
effects
Scarface
in this
relied on
game.
tools to fight with. The very body and acid blood of these alien fiends.
I would have thought they'd
were
have just got the
weapons for
assets
kill.
from AVP2 or
And they came in
Extinction.
such numbers. Perhaps
Well, I
it
think the model is based on AVP2, but it has some tweaks. But yeah, the best way to take these guys out is just pulse mine them, and they all go into this little sleepy time mode. And you just kill them, just like that.
I always thought the disc was the better weapon
Core
against
stability.
them.
Now,
Maybe.
So yeah, you are taking damage as you slash through them.
at
Was I?
You just went, yeah, you just went down like 10.
Oh, yeah. I guess I better heal it.
Well, I mean, you've still got lots of life left, but
But I always thought these hived up computer tunnels looked really interesting.
Yeah. You know me, any chance to see hivers and...
Man, we got some blue mist here too. Maybe it was always a thing. Whoa. Yeah, you're right. There is some acid damage there.
Never believe me. Never believe me.
But you wouldn't believe me. Why wouldn't you believe me?
I'm that crazy old man that they find in the gas stations in all the horror films. That they never listen to. You selecting multiple ones when you do that? Because that was the thing I quite liked about the disc in this.
You just like hover it over them to like target multiple, right?
But you lock onto one and then you can move the pad around and it'll select a bunch of I think it's like 3 at most.
Ah.
Christopherson says, I wish these aliens fought on 2 feet. And he also says, I like how these Xeno sleep, they remind me of some of the comics or other games. Yeah, I think that's the waiting pose that they used in AVP2 as well. Swap to the combi stick, mate. I'm sure you don't get acid damage.
Alright. It's just not as upgraded.
Christopherson asks the big question here. Where do you think Hunter found these aliens?
I don't know. Maybe from a ship that crashed in... Oh wait, no, that's a bit later.
What, in Eternal?
No, but maybe. Maybe he was also friends with the Japanese guy from Eternal. We're both into predator vampirism.
Oh, I feel yeah. Or maybe they... Well, you remember, they've captured some of those predators, so maybe he's also got their ship. And maybe there was some...
eggs on there or something. Yeah.
In the ship, yeah. So that was the thing in Eternal.
Yeah, you're right. You don't get it with the combi stick, even if you run right on them.
Told you. I don't believe me.
Jeez.
Caleb says something survived Gunnison. I kind of hope nothing would survive Gunnison.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So the
what we call those people that die.
gen number 2 is up here. Okay. Ooh. Ow. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I think one of the bonus missions was doing things in order. You know you can drop the mines while you're on the climbing surface as well.
I do now.
That's when I find them most useful. Because you can't do anything when they're attacking you when you're climbing.
Warning. Core stability now 50%.
Although maybe this is a world where they recovered the queen from the bottom of that lake.
Okay, where's the next one?
Dinosaurian says, I just use the glaive, the combi stick is less effective. I prefer not to take the acid splash damage personally. But then again, I also prefer to use the disc. Did you get the shuriken upgrade? That's it.
Yeah, this is the one after it.
No, you get the shuriken upgrade.
I think there's a disc upgrade after the shuriken.
But no, it's the shuriken is the disc upgrade.
Yeah, but there's that's the second to final one, and then there's one after that. Okay, so I have... Oh my god, this camera. 2 and 3. I need 1 and 4. find a way how to get to them.
Elam says, or maybe that ship that crashed in Sandrad. Where's Sandrad? I don't know where it's talking about.
Oh, come on. Okay, gotta go this way.
Matchbox says, what did you... Oh, from the AVP arcade.
No, that's still 2.
When the arcade's
Where's
both set in the
line
future.
4?
Like, well in the future. Matchbox says, what did you think about Uncivil War Bishop and Seventh Circle? I haven't read Uncivil War yet, but I very much enjoyed Bishop. I thought it could have done without the Apone and the family ties, but I think it was actually pretty good in spite of it. So I quite enjoyed those.
Ow.
Seventh Circle I've just finished, and I enjoyed it. I don't think I liked it as much as I liked
It's gonna send me back to the start, isn't it? Yeah. God damn it.
Inferno.
Oh wait, no. This is where I'm supposed to go. Okay.
But
I still have
enjoyed
yet to
it.
read Seventh Circle.
You were supposed to finish that 1,000 years ago.
Oh well. Didn't get around to it. People were saying it wasn't great.
I don't think it wasn't great. I enjoyed it. I liked what they did with the I don't want to talk about it because I haven't read it. I liked what they did with the aliens in it, or the experimentation that went on around them. I enjoyed that. I do think there is a shelf life on how long I forgot a character's name now.
Got some eggs in here, so they are hatching them.
What's the synthetic name? Zula's daughter.
May?
May, that's it, yes. I do think there's a shelf life on how interesting May can be interesting with the whole Pinocchio story. You know, wanting to be human and all that stuff. I don't know how long they can play that tune. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. Xenosaurian says, I like Uncivil War. You see, that's the one I've heard bad things about. But I'm taking a little break at the minute. I'm reading the last Expanse book.
So you still haven't read Uncivil War?
No.
Yeah, that one came out ages ago too.
Yeah, that was about a year ago, I think.
Warning.
But there's a couple that I think there's 2 I haven't read, and that's Uncivil War and Rift War.
We just need number 1. It's not this one, is it?
And I tried to read with Rift War. I started it. I got through about 30 pages, and I was like, "This is fucking terrible, absolutely terrible." And I just couldn't do it. I put it back, and I've not found the will to start reading it again. Gustic Viper says it was a fun read, but not nearly as nail-biting on the tension as Infernus 4. I agree. I do think Infernus 4 was the better out of the 2. But I'll read it again for when we're prepping for our review episode.
Is it this one?
No.
No. No. I'm going after number 1.
It's on your map.
You're right, you're right.
Gareth says, "Hey guys, probably been asked to death, but just got in. What do you think of the Badlands details?" Yeah, we have spoke about that a little bit. I think we're both pretty interested, pretty looking forward to it. I think it sounds like I'm a little bit more hesitant than Adam is, but I'm not hating on it. I'm not worried about it.
I'm
That
intrigued.
much.
Very intrigued. it seemed like Mike's Monsters pointed this out. There was a little snippet of music when Elle Fanning walked on stage, which sounded like it could be from the score. It sounded really good. Oh shit!
We'll have to re-listen to that.
Okay, now I take out that coolant tower.
Yeah, you have to go back to it.
Oh shit!
People talk about the Acome stuff in Bishop at Match Foster. Acome worked like fan service to me. Acid Splash says Acome was good in Bishop. Him having family in the service makes the most sense out of all the other character callbacks that have happened. Yeah, I think it worked well, and I liked Tim's reasoning for it with, you know, military families and stuff. But I am also a little bit, oh, that makes too much sense. I don't want everybody to start using that as an excuse, because the family stuff in the expanded universe is already nearly outstayed welcome. You know, Amanda was the exception, not the rule. Perturbo says, isn't Colony War the book everybody hates? Acid Blast says Colony War is one of the books everybody hated.
Okay, not that one either.
Yeah, I absolutely loathe Colony War. No, it's not that one, it's the one in the acid, in the hive room. Caustic Viper says Vasquez had some good twists in it, to be honest. See, Vasquez was one I was kind of middling on, it was just okay. It was fine.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I mean, that's one way to dodge the aliens, actually. I never thought about that. Jump in between the railings.
Damage to system will result in
Kablooey.
I had no interest in Vasquez as kids. Like, I really liked the stuff with Vasquez. I really enjoyed her bits. But her kids I didn't really like. Hunter says, or asks, sorry, what is one writer or artist you'd love to see return to the AVP comic series for Marvel?
The artist would be whoever did the finale of Fire and Stone, the Omega, because that art was fucking great.
Didn't he work on one of the other series?
I think he did Thicker Than Blood, didn't he? Didn't he do that one too?
Hang on. No, I mean, in Life and Blood, sorry.
I think he only did the finale, and I don't think he came back for Life and Death.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, he did the finale of Fire and Stone, and then he did Thicker Than Blood.
Oh, Augustin Alessio. Let's have a look. Xenopedia! Augustin Alessio. No, he has only done. He's only done Fire and Stone, Prometheus, Omega.
Oh, wasn't the person who did Destroying Angels was the one who came back for Life and Death,
Yes.
right?
That was Doug Wheatley.
Okay, yeah. Also awesome. Also one of the best.
Yeah, I'd love to see Doug Wheatley back. Obviously, the cliche answer to this question is Denbu Guy.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's, like, a long while since he's done one.
Yeah. But I'd love to see him back. Sarah says, who did Utopia's artwork? That was phenomenal. Yes, that was. And I, again, we'll just go to Xenopedia, because I cannot remember that guy's name.
I love the little chittering sounds they make in this. Oh shit!
So,
That wasn't good.
The line art, the line art for Utopia was Michael Dowling, and it was coloured by Chris Sotomayor. That was another really interesting one. That's probably Marvel's strongest visuals. Christopherson says, what happened to all these aliens after entering the room?
It's a good
Did we
question.
kill them all? Is that the law we go in by? Scarface just slaughtered them all.
Sure, a lot of them.
Gareth says maybe a stick in the mud, but I hate the Vasquez novel. Well, I mean, like we said, I only found it middling. I didn't find it offensively bad. Colony War is offensively bad to me, and Rift War is so bad I can't even make it past the first few chapters.
Ooh, I hope I can find some health soon. Oh, it's a dead end. That's not good.
Xenosaurian says, I would love to see a third volume to the Fire and Death and Life. Fire and Stone and Life and Death saga. I mean, that's one of those ones where I kind of don't want them to, because I don't want them to open up some avenues. I really fear them having travelled in time, and I don't want that to actually be put down in stone, so to speak.
I would hardly call the comic book stone.
In soft rock, chalk. But no, I don't want it actually realised on any form of physical, in any form of actual media.
See, that's why I didn't use the mines, is because they can knock you off too.
But that it's the EMP ones you want to use. The Sonic ones, sorry. The ones that actually explode are dangerous. Acid Splash says, I'd kill to have Paul Johnson come back, who did the artwork for Sacrifice. Oh yes, yes, that was fantastic. That's some of the best.
But also the writing for Thicker Than Blood. I can't remember who was the writer for that, but
That was... Oh, we had him on the podcast and he wrote a bunch of the Avatar stuff. Let's see if I can remember this one without looking it up. Doug Wheatley did the artwork. Rain Burrito did the colouring. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, Jeremy Barlow.
That's
Jeremy
right.
Barlow did it. I really enjoyed Thicker Than Blood. Like, I really love that comic.
bonus mission. I think that's just kill a bunch of aliens.
Yeah, I think there's like so many aliens you have to kill. Christopherson says, imagine if you fought a Pred alien before facing Mullows afterward. Oh man, that'd be an absolute insult to injury, wouldn't it? If they burst a Pred alien in there.
Shit. This is right where I died last time.
Xenosaurian says, if you had to pick two people to come together and make an AVP movie, make
Wait, what was the question again?
If you had to pick two people to come together and make an AVP movie, who would it be?
Make an AVP movie.
I'd still like to see Neil Marshall get to do an Alien or Predator thing, or an AVP thing.
I would say Fede and Dan. They've already expressed interest. Let's let them do it. Have
It
them
does seem like the
co-direct.
obvious. It does seem like the obvious thing to do, and I would be very, again, depending on how Badlands is, and how Dan chooses him using Predators in the future.
I'm so turned around in this level.
I can't even remember what your objectives are. Yeah, Caleb says James Cameron and James Cameron. Xenosaurian says, sorry Caleb, only picked two. Caleb says he works enough for two people. He is entire departments. He can do everybody's work better than everybody else. You have to kill so many before you can progress on to the onto the next objective.
Oh, really? I don't think so. I think they just forever spawn.
Well, what is your objective?
You're trying to get back to the mother computer room.
Oh, yeah, that should be easy for you to find. That's at the top of that's
Well,
at the
it's
top
not
of...
because some things have collapsed and it's not the same layout as it was before. But we'll try going up here.
You just need to go up.
That's what I've been doing, but some areas are blocked off now. Yeah, like this area, that's blocked off. Shit.
Can you get back to the hive bit? Because
Here's a hive right here.
Because the shortcut, you could jump up from the hived reactor bit that you blew up. You know what I mean? The coolant bit.
Well, that's where I started. I think that's right here. Oh, you're right. I'm an idiot. I think... Anyway? No?
Was that collapsed as well? Like on the platforming?
I think so.
Oh, yeah,
there's only one way. It's this way. It's a maze. Or rather a labyrinth.
Turbo says, get Neil Blomkamp back.
I think he would say no at this point.
Yeah, he would. But then again, he's risking it on something franchise again, isn't he? What was he announced for? I can't remember what it was.
Starship
Oh,
Troopers.
Starship Troopers. He's risking another franchise project.
Another dead end. It's not at the bottom here. I'm fairly certain I was kind of on the right track. Maybe I have to go down for this one? Nope, there's no way back in there.
Oh, I don't remember struggling that much.
I don't remember struggling this much either. So it's not that way. Let's try this way.
Dinosaurian says Predator the Maze Runner.
Yeah. Oh, now this is open. Okay. Oh yeah, back here. There we go.
Maybe you do have to kill a few before it opens it.
I got there. I got there.
Mighty Bruno Borgia fathered a stunted weakling who should have died in his
The Lone Fox says greetings, hopefully we don't have to wait too long before the Badlands trailer is out. Yeah, I think we likewise hope for not a long wait.
Can't you see why I brought you here like a flower brings a bee? We only had that one night, but I never did get over you.
Did you see my vinyl and cassette player, Kate?
Yep.
Cassette tape, sorry, arrived.
Nice. Yeah, mine arrived last week.
Did you get the cassette as well?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Gonna have to. I think we're talking about getting a vinyl player, a record player. Because
you don't have one?
Meg one. No.
Yeah, get yourself a vinyl setup.
Meg wants
Join the hipster world. She wants what?
Wants the Sailor Moon vinyl.
Hmm. Yeah, vinyls are hot again.
Well, it's been a few years now. It's actually had some sustainability, hasn't it?
Yeah, they still got him in Alien Covenant times. Oh, your daddy's a big scary monster now.
Caution. Genetic augmentation process incomplete.
It's coming! I couldn't stop it! It's coming to get us! The same creature that killed Grandfather Bruno! It's still alive!
Extreme caution. Genetic
He wasn't finished cooking.
process interrupted.
He came out not quite ready for the combat. Is that his excuse? I wasn't ready.
Well, I'm wondering if he would have looked any different if it had
He'd
completed.
have had longer.
Yeah.
Look at you! What have you done to yourself?
I don't know. I don't know.
No!
I'll see.
I think his design looks kind of cooler than this.
Daddy.
I dig it.
Kit says, this is ridiculous, lol. Yep, we finally got us a predator-human hybrid. Did he just burp?
With the skull on his
Ah.
on his shoulder.
Oh, so he does talk. Yeah, he just said something.
Yeah.
Do I have to go destroy that computer upstairs to get the help of the bodyguard dudes? I think I do.
No, that's the bonus mission. I think you just have to last until a certain point.
He keeps on burping.
That disc he has is very effective. You can probably swap to the glaive now.
Ugh. Oh, I'm dead.
Be a bit more right. Yeah, just keep running. You're in the power reactor on Naboo.
Daddy! Daddy!
I don't have a fully up. Oh, yeah, I do. I do with the. Oh, ow.
You okay?
Yeah, platforming in this game when the camera goes all crazy is certainly a thing.
Just hearing excuses.
But I'll have to actually practice some of those secret combos. Come on. There we go.
Ghosty Viper says Scarface using both of Hunter's parents' voice lines to taunt him before killing him is
Oh.
mad. Respect. I love that about it. It's so sadistic as a character. You're using those health charges very liberally.
Well, his hits are strong. So you can't really damage him at this part. It's just kind of surviving.
Yeah, that's when they come out. I'm sure all the computer does is get you a bonus mission, unlocks a costume.
It did, yeah. There's more health around here I should probably grab. There it is.
Galen says all that genetic modification for nothing! Ghosty Viper says Hunter needed Predator DNA infusion just to get some dreads.
You
That's
guys
what you call
got
that.
like a boy band going on thing here.
Yeah, but him using the playback there, I absolutely love how much Scarface uses the mimicry device.
Yeah. Oh, there's an upgrade there. I must have missed. The mall. Nice. Oh.
I liked them all in this game.
Oh yeah, that's great. Okay. Where is he? There he
Oh,
is. They're chasing him.
They're doing some mad damage to him.
Yeah.
You didn't do any work this
I
mission.
know. These guys just helped me out.
What kind of steel is there? Blades made out of? Is it some predator hull material?
Maybe.
It's got to be better because it was doing better than all your weapons were actually. Kryptonite.
I do love this bit.
It's a very cinematic setup and mission. Although I'm impressed that the Yakuza guys make it through all this jumping.
Right?
Do you think they had some predator blood infusion?
I think these are the same kind of like eagle oh shit. Eagle gargoyles from Predator 2 on the buildings.
It makes sense. Obviously with the menu setup as well. I did that a lot less than I thought I would fall off the the bits on that.
Damn.
Xenosaurian says the maul was my standard weapon. Christopherson says the maul is another lost predator weapon we sadly don't ever see anymore. Yeah, I think this game was its only appearance, wasn't it? And I think it's the weapon with the most flair in it, in terms of animation, in terms of use in the game.
I remember this
It
part
could
to
be
just let them fight.
Yeah. I only ended up slashing them myself, trying to get involved in the battle.
Yeah, because I think you can damage them.
Yup. Yes, you can.
That's a cool shot.
I genuinely love the default outfit in this game. I think Scarface looks fucking cool.
Yep, definitely. It's not very honorable feeling, but it's okay. Let these boys have their chance first.
Hunter says, of course we need to make time for a screenshot.
Oh, one's down. Two down.
They're doing a lot better than
There we
when
go.
I
Whoa!
was playing. Acid Splash says Scarface just cheering on his combat mimes. Oh no, run! I'd just jump behind him and attack him from behind. That was pretty much my solution to all the boss battles.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
Paturbo says, do you take on the Yakuza next in this game? No, we've already taken them on at this point, although Adam has skipped that mission because it is the hardest mission in the game. Not for fighting them, just the rest of the mission is tough.
There he goes. He's running up the statue of his daddy.
Although, again, cinematic cool moment. Sizzy says, the idea of a predator just hanging back while the bad guys hash it out is just so funny. Oh wait, looks like you guys got it. Thing is, I think that the predators would be genuinely entertained just watching the others go at it. You know, I genuinely think they have their own Twitch where they watch other predators' live streams of their hunts.
Oh, I'm supposed to go around his shoulders. That's right. Okay. He's waiting for me on the hand.
Paturbo says, is this the last level of the game? It is. Whip says, how are we feeling about the Badlands teasers? Are people so cautious? I think both. I think Adam and I are both excited. I'm certainly a little bit cautious as well, though. Did you not mean to do the heal?
No, I did mean to. That's one way you can cheese the game and avoid damage because you're invulnerable while you heal.
It's just a disc off at this point. Caustic Viper says, I'm imagining Scarface in the background doing casual stretches like Goku before a big fight while the bike is up. Oh, I love this. I just love Scarface.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, you were nothing without me.
City says, you guys gonna do a short motion tracker or something on the Badlands stuff?
We probably
Yes,
shouldn't we?
We should. But you had to run away, didn't you?
I'm just wondering if, like, the trailer can't be too far away. But I don't know if that'll be a full podcast episode.
Well, they used to be, didn't they? I mean, we could probably do one. Do you want to record one tomorrow?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. We'll do one tomorrow then. Christopherson says, I wonder what Scarface did once he got back home to Yautja Prime.
It's probably like Wolf. They gave him a nice house and he just sat around.
He became the ultimate cleaner. He cleaned up his own mess. And now he'll go and clean up everybody else's mess. I just fucking love seeing that design back. I absolutely love that OG shuttle.
The what?
The OG shuttle.
Oh, yeah. That's cool to see it back.
And that's such a cool moment with the blood on the face.
Yeah. It's a great cinematic end shot during the credits. Ian Livingstone did the music.
Yeah, we looked him up when we did the podcast, if you remember. He was a prolific video game musician, composer. Right, do you think that's it for the day?
I
Good place to end?
think that's a good place to end it. But thank you everybody for joining us for another stream of Predator Concrete Jungle. It is not the last of us celebrating this game's anniversary, which is coming up in less than, what, like 10 days now, Aaron?
20th for the UK release. I think a week or so after for the US release. Something like Predator Concrete Jungle.
Xenoplays says, well done, Red Shop, and on only a handful of hours of sleep. That's right. I'm about to go collect a few more hours.
15th of April for the European release, and then 27th of April for the North American release.
Yeah.
So we have recorded an anniversary retrospective review of it, which I hope to have up by the 27th. We have scheduled in a developer retrospective roundtable, which we'll be recording early May. So that'll be after the fact, but we've got it booked in, we've got it scheduled, and we're going to be geeking out with the developers about the game.
That'll be fun. Those ones are always a lot of fun. Ooh, end credit scene.
Oh yes, forgot about that.
Congratulations on a successful buyout, Weyland-san. A merger with my people here at Yutani would put us both at the forefront of global scientific advancement. Mistress Lucretia was
Wow, that's
indeed
supposed to
most
be
fortunate
Weyland.
to survive this horrific and unprovoked assault on
Are they
her
suggesting he
person.
survived
We are
getting
gratified that you
bombed?
managed to save
No,
as
it's
much of
it's
her
the son of
as
Charles
you
Bishop
were able.
Whalen.
But he looks so old himself. Wait, how
She
many
will
years
make
is
an
this supposed to be?
excellent
20...
replacement for the original
it 2030
biohard
something?
drive which the monster destroyed. Your gift is most
Okay,
welcome.
maybe it could be the
Thanks
aged
to
son
Mistress
of Wayland
Lucretia, we
Peter.
now have firm evidence for the existence of Aryan life, and this prototype for the biological computer we have long dreamed of.
Trip says, is that guy Peter?
They call it Mother.
So, is the suggestion that the mother computers on the Weyland-Yutani spaceships were made from that?
Well, this is where the AI came from. Is the very obvious implication, I think.
And
I don't think there's any other way to take that.
That is Predator Concrete Jungle, folks. Lots of fun, lots of fun. You know, they really should add Scarface to Hunting Grounds. I don't know why
Yes.
they haven't already, but now would be the time to do it.
You're gonna have to bring it up next time we have him on for a chat.
Like, why haven't you guys done that? You need to do it.
Yes. Come on, guys.
But I think we're kind of in the calm before the storm here, folks. So keep those browsers tuned to AVP Galaxy because we are sure to have some Alien Earth stuff, I would imagine, by Alien Day, which is coming up. And again, I can't think it'd be too long before we see the trailer for Badlands that was just shown off. So lots coming up here. It's going to be an exciting summer.
Very much looking forward to it.
Yep. But thank you again for watching us, folks. You know where to find us. avpgalaxy.net, Facebook, X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Steam, Discord, and YouTube, of course. Which you know.
All the fun
'Cause you're here.
places. Indeed. And we love you. And thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Indeed. Until next week.